Hello, everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Unredacted Truth. I am here with Everything Beauty, and today I'm going to explain how you take those candles that you wasted all those years. Those of us who didn't know you're supposed to let the whole top pool before you blow it out, otherwise, it tunnels. So I'm going to help those of you who didn't know that, who have beautiful smelling candles and they're tunneled right down to the bottom, so you can't light them anymore, but you have this whole big beautiful candle left. I'm going to show you how to make them into a new candle, even a better candle than it was in the first place. You bought it because you love the scent. Well, now time has changed, and now the pressure is you don't buy a candle for scent, you buy a candle for looks. So I'm going to help you do that. And of course, we like scent and looks, so this way you can get your favorite jar or whatever you decide and your favorite scent, and you can put them together, voila, and make something beautiful. So we're going to start. You guys ready to jump in? I do want to ask you, if you are here, if you do like these type of YouTubes, would you please consider subscribing? Hit the little button right down here, and would you please give it a thumbs up if you're happy to be here, if life is good, if you're glad to take your mind off politics for a minute, then please hit the thumbs up. All right, so let's jump into it. What do you need? So first you need an old broken candle. See that one? This is actually a great one. I'll show you why, but it burned down pretty well. But still, this smells so good. So you need one of these, an old broken candle or lots of these, however many. Then you need a beautiful jar, Italian hand-blown glass. Look at that. That's an empty jar. One that hopefully you cleaned out and saved after your last candle burned to the ground. You need a beautiful container to put the candle in. Put them down here. What else do you need? You need a Pyrex measuring cup or something that is microwave proof, and you're going to be thrilled when I tell you how this works. You need kitchen shears, or actually wire cutters would probably work. A little X-Acto knife I've seen people use, but my kitchen shears that actually will cut chicken bones, those are perfect. So if you have those, you need those. Okay, you need, as I said, as many little jars as you might need. This is a little honey jar with a lid. Set over here. I don't want you to see that. Already done that one. Then you need some kind of a knife that, if your husband's the cook in your family, as mine is, you don't want to take his best Wusthof knife. You want to find one that you got at the Del Mar Fair years ago and he doesn't even really remember that he has it, because it's going to get kind of gross. So, but see that serrated? To me, having a serrated knife is definitely the best. Actually, this is called one of those miracle blades. I'm telling you, we've had this since like we were first married, maybe like 40 years ago, and it's amazing. It works amazingly. So, and then you want just a plain old, this is an old steak knife. When I say plain old, yes, don't use his brand new set of steak knives because he won't like that. And then you need something to use as wicks. You can use these. These are sticks that I found in my yard. Now you can buy cotton wicks in the store, but why? When you can go walking in your neighborhood and find some sticks, or you can go to the grocery store and buy some Haagen-Dazs bars. Sorry, I thought I had them right here. Hold on. Oh yeah, they're here. Wow. I'm still here. You can go buy a Haagen-Dazs bar, save the stick, okay? And then here's some other sticks, and these were actually little skewers that Bill and I got at a cocktail party or something we went to, and I said, "Oh, let's save those sticks." Oh, it was actually Clay Clark's thing. They were holding together little sandwiches, but they're nice sturdy sticks. I think they might be bamboo. These are birch, I believe. Anyway, whatever kind of sticks you can find, they have to be the right size for your jar, approximately. So, and then you need paper towels. You do need, so I have a beautiful granite counter and it's got to be a solid surface. You don't want to wreck your wood. I also have a glass table where you've seen me do candle reviews. That works perfectly, but it's just harder to clean. What I do, well, I'll show you at the end. So anyway, what you do is you take your candle and the first thing you're going to do, see that in there? They usually have a little, well, they usually have a sticker on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see. Sometimes I need to move the, so anyway, there's a sticker on the bottom. And then there's some kind of a little thing holding the wick in. This one actually burned all the way through. Good thing I had it sitting on something. That's another rule we get. But what you're going to do is just push out the bottom. Oh man, and that bottom actually took the sticker off with it, because as the oils of the candle, the essential oils get on there, it kind of loosens them. And there's the little silver thing that's all burned down because I let this really burn. Anyway, so you have your pieces of candle, and I already did. I'm going to jump forward so it doesn't take too long. So then you have these big, you just break it up, and I'm going to wait on this one, but you just literally break it, and then you have some chunks. Now, this is where you get to make your own blend. So these are my two all-time favorite candles. I told you in another candle review that these are the two. This is Tuscan herb. This is Asian spice. And the two of these, I always burn them in my home in La Costa. And I will tell you that every time we did a ton of, before the scamdemic, we did a ton of entertaining. And every time someone walked into our home, whether they were friends, whether they were associates who were there for some kind of a mixer, or whether they were the insurance guy coming to tell us about his insurance plan, didn't matter. People always said how amazing my house smelled. And that's because I burned both of them together. So now what you're going to do is take your pieces, and you can see how much I wasted. These are actually, I've already cut off a ton of both of them. These were big candles because I let them tunnel because I didn't know. And guys, just in case you haven't watched me before, you have to let the entire top of the candle completely melt, because the first time you light a candle, it sets the memory for the life of the candle. And that's why I have these big thick edges, because I didn't know that. So I lit them for a while and then I blew them out. Plus, don't blow them out. Use your little outer. And there's a couple other tricks I'll tell you later. But anyway, so you take your big pieces, you just break them up as best you can. Now these are really thick and really big. Yeah, that's not working. So then you use your trusty knife that isn't your husband or wife's favorite knife, and you literally just like jab it in and break it. And it just breaks up into all these pieces. And once you get all these pieces, let me set those aside. And then I'm going to take some of the other one, because I want these flavors mixed together. I know they smell amazing together. And you may, one of the tricks too that I found with perfumes, you guys know I've been doing a lot of perfume YouTubes lately. And the thing is, if you add vanilla to anything, it smells that much better, and it helps the fragrance to be stronger. So anyway, you just literally dig in. I don't know if you can see how I'm doing this. And then you end up with all these chunks. You take the red ones and the yellow ones, whatever you want. You throw them in this Pyrex jar. Now it's got to be microwave proof. And guys, this is going to get very, very, very hot. So I don't know if you can see that. Is that just beautiful? Bill kept saying, oh, he thought it was like papaya or something. Anyway, you just fill it up and shake it down and get as much in there as you can. And then You're going to melt it in the microwave. So here's where you need to listen to me because you will not find this on YouTube. Everybody does it in a double boiler. I'm like, quickest way to whatever I want to do. So I tried the microwave. It worked perfectly. Here's the trick. Put it in for 5 minutes. Then just let it sit in there or look and see if it's all melted because you may not need this much if you're not filling up a big, beautiful vessel. So figure out how much you need. And what you can do is just take the little jar you're going to use, fill it up with water, pour it in there, and find out how much wax you're going to need. And then if you're going to need, say, 6 ounces of wax, then you probably need, you need to fill up something, maybe a cup. So maybe half of this. This is a 2-cup measuring cup because I'm going to do a big, beautiful candle. Anyway, so you put it in the microwave for 5 minutes. It comes out. If it's not completely done, what I use is just use one of my wicks, stir it around, and it continues. Remember, this wax is piping hot. Oh, so you do it on high for 5 minutes. So it's piping hot, so it'll continue to melt the wax around it. So what I do is I leave it in there for about, and literally only because I'm afraid the microwave's gonna blow up on me. And I don't want the microwave to blow up. My husband will kill me. Plus I might get like wax on my face or something. So anyway, I stir it up a little, then I let it sit in there and I think the glass is actually cooling off a little. And then I put it in for another minute at a time or 30 seconds at a time if you have a little bit, and then stir it. And you'll have this beautiful liquid melt with any scents that you wanted. Then you take your little container, and I'll show you because I'm going to be using this one, and you just pour the melted wax in all the way. So this is where I like wood sticks. First of all, they crackle when they burn, and they look beautiful, and they're so much easier because remember what a normal cotton wick is? It's limp. So you have to tie something up on top and drip it over and have your wick like that much too long. And anyway, what I do is before you do anything, measure the stick that you're going to use for a wick, figure out how big you want it, and you're going to want it probably about a 1/2 inch or a 1/4 inch above the wax. And I will tell you, as you trim your wick every time before you light your candle or after you light it, after you blow it out, you want to only have about 1/8 of an inch of wick because it burns better that way. But what I do is figure out how tall you want your stick and then just break it. I'm not going to break this one yet because I'm actually going to use this for a taller candle. But any wood that you use, you can use a stick from the yard. You can use Haagen-Dazs bar sticks. You can use the little bamboo skewers that you got from your sandwich at Reawaken America tour. But in any case, what you want to do is soak them in olive oil. So you just put them in a little sandwich bag, right? Pour a little olive oil on them, zip it up, and then roll them around. So you can do, I did all these at once. Sorry. I did all these at once, so they're ready to go. So you just put them in a little sandwich bag, pour a little olive oil over them, zip it up, and then just rub the sandwich between your hands and really get them all coated with oil. Then, now here's the trick. So people were telling people to do that, and then they had a problem lighting their wood. This is the trick. They need melted wax on them. So what you do is you use your little stick that you're going to use for your candle, stir the hot wax that's in the Pyrex, let it cool while you're pouring your candle. Then you just flip it over so you have wax all over the top of it, right? You just flipped it over. So you stirred with this end, you flip it over so there's wax all coated on the top and oil. You stick the wick in. This is actually the perfect length wick for this. This is a Cire Trudon Italian hand-blown glass. It's green. I know it's hard to see in these lights, but anyway, a beautiful deep green goes with my, you can't see it here, but I love green glass. I have a lot of green glass in my house. Anyway, so then you turn it over. So then when you put it in the wax, the bottom is getting coated with wax. The top's already coated with wax. You stick it right down in there, and the wax is thick enough that it will stand up straight. And then you just let it harden. Now, what I will show you is, this is one I made the other day when I decided I really need to do the next one and show you. So this was a honey jar. If you look really carefully, it's very faded, but it actually, you can see that it used to say honey on here. I'm just leaving the same label. I love it. And then I'm going to use calligraphy. And if you don't know how to write with calligraphy, I can do it with a normal pen, but you can get a calligraphy pen and then you just write whatever you want to call it. Michelle's number 33 blend, or whatever you want to write on there, San Diego special, whatever you want to label your candle. You fill it up and then look at that, how beautiful. Then your wick is going to be a little too long if you didn't measure first, and that's why I wanted to go ahead and show you. So you use these chicken shears, kitchen shears that can cut a chicken bone, and you just figure out how tall you want it, and you literally, whoa, it flew all the way across the island. This is a big island too. I can't show you from here, but it's a very big island. So anyway, now I have a nice short wick. I can light it. It will crackle. It will smell amazing, and it's a mixture of my favorite. It smells so good. Smells so good. So I'm going to make the same scent for my Ceri Trudon. And that's it. You light it and then remember to let it completely melt before you blow it out. Don't blow it out actually. Use one of the little snuffers. With a wood wick, you can't, with a cotton wick, let me tell you that first. With a cotton wick, you can just take a little, I use a little paint can opener. I retrieved it from the garage, so I use it for my candles because it has a little like lip lifter. It's a nice steel heavy tool, and I use it for my candles. But anyway, I just go in there and I take the cotton wick and I just bend it over the flame into the wax, and it pops right back up and it puts it out. So that's a way to do it too, or use a candle snuffer, flame snuffer, but don't blow it out because it messes up the wax. So anyway, that is it. I hope you enjoyed it today. I hope you will try it and put in the comments, have you ever made a candle? I know I used to make candles with paraffin wax when I was a kid, and we'd put the wax in milk cartons, the old cardboard kind of milk cartons. So you actually can do that. The like half and half comes in the 1 quart or the pint size. Just cut the top off, use that as your container. I know it can withstand the heat because it withstood paraffin, but paraffin is petroleum based. It is toxic. That's why you get headaches. I use only essential oils, soy or coconut wax, and anyway, just trying to keep the atmosphere in my house clean. So I hope you enjoyed that. You can throw some ice cubes in the hot wax, crushed ice, and then it gives it a really interesting look once the ice melts. When you pull the candle out of the container, then you have these like interesting holes, and there's just all kinds of fun things. So if you've ever made candles before, please let me know in the comments. If not, if you're already thinking, oh, I have this one that I love and this one that I love, please let me know the brand and scent of candles that you love, and let's talk about how you can mix them together to make them smell amazing in a brand new candle. All right, guys, so that's it. Thank you for joining me again. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please hit the thumbs up if you're happy to be here and thinking about something other than the scamdemic and other than the war. And yeah, so I so thank you for joining me. Bye, guys.